Every evening at exactly 6:45 p.m., the same man sat on the rusted bench at Unwama train station. He wore a faded brown coat no matter the weather and held a paper-wrapped bouquet of dried hibiscus flowers. The station was barely used now, only 2 trains passed each day. One at noon. One at 7 p.m. The townspeople had long stopped asking questions. They simply called him Papa Ladi, though few knew his real name. No one ever saw who he was waiting for. But he came anyway. And always, his eyes searched the horizon like a soldier looking for a ghost. 15-year-old Obinna had just come home from boarding school for the holidays. His cousin, Chisholm, had told him the story one lazy afternoon under the mango tree. That old man dey mad small o. They say he dey wait for spirit. Every evening. Same bench. But Obinna wasn't laughing. He had always liked mysteries. So, the next day, he slipped out with his sketchpad and sat on the opposite bench, pretending to draw the station. At exactly 6:45, Papa Ladi arrived. He sat. Laid the flowers beside him. Folded his hands. He didn't blink. He didn't shift. Obinna watched him, fascinated. Then something strange happened. As the 7 o'clock train approached with a long, tired whistle, the old man stood up. And smiled. As though someone was standing right in front of him. Obinna's hair rose. There was no one there. Just the fading light of the sun casting long shadows on empty tracks. Obinna couldn't keep it in. The next evening, he returned, and this time, he spoke. "Sir, are you waiting for someone?" The man didn't answer at first. He just smiled, eyes still on the horizon. Then, "She always wore yellow. So I'd see her in a crowd. And she promised, one day she'd come back." "Who?" Obinna whispered. The old man slowly turned to him. "Lady. My lady." That was the first time Obinna heard her name. In the weeks that followed, Obinna kept visiting. And slowly, Papa Ladi told his story in pieces. In 1967, when the war drums started beating in the east, he was a young railway apprentice. And Lady was the girl who sold groundnuts and oranges near the station. They fell in love under sun and smoke. But Lady's family was from the north. When violence spilled across towns like water from a broken pot, they fled overnight. No goodbyes. No letter. Just her yellow dress, left behind on the bench where they used to sit. He waited. The war ended. Years passed. But he never stopped coming. She promised she'd return one day, when the train brought peace again, he said. And every time I see the sunset paint the sky in gold, I think maybe it's her dress. Coming closer. Obinna didn't know what to say. But he kept coming. One cloudy evening, Papa Ladi didn't come. Obinna waited, confused. The station felt wrong without him. The next morning, a boy from the village ran past shouting, "Old Papa Ladi don go. He die last night." Obinna's heart sank. He ran to the bench. And there, in Papa Ladi's spot, lay the bouquet of dried hibiscus. And a note. In shaky handwriting. "For her, if she ever comes. Tell her I never left." Years passed. Obinna left the village, became an artist, moved to Enugu. But he never forgot the story. One day, as he prepared a railway-themed exhibition, an old woman approached the gallery. She stood in front of a painting titled, "The Man Who Waited for the Yellow Dress." She was silent for a long time. Then she whispered, He waited?" Her eyes filled. She wore a scarf over her head, but beneath it, a yellow dress peeked out. Obinna's voice shook. "Your lady." She nodded slowly. She had never forgotten. War had swept her away. Her parents remarried her off in Kaduna. But now, a widow herself, she had returned to find the station and found the painting instead. Obinna handed her the note. She read it. Then wept. I should have come sooner." Later that year, Obinna returned to Umwama. He placed a small wooden sign next to the station bench. "In memory of Lady and the one who waited." Some love stories don't end. They just wait for the next train. And sometimes, when the evening sun is just right, locals say they see two shadows on the bench. One in brown, one in yellow. Both smiling. Waiting.